just a sign of the times. It's a positive vibe. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so happy to be here. Welcome to Positive Vibes Only podcast. I am your host, Nakia. I do apologize for not going live yesterday. I was not feeling well, and my bronchitis was acting up, and I lost my voice, and it was just before it was time for me to go live, and I won't gonna come up here sounding like an old man chewing tobacco. So my voice wasn't right enough for me to go live yesterday, which is why I'm going live today. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Um, Positive Vibes Only is a brand, it's a movement, and our goal is to bring everyone to a positive space, a positive way of thinking. And our hopes is that you take the advice that we give and you use it, you apply it to your life, or you share it with others to help them stay in a positive vibe. First up, I'm going to say that we are going to be featured at the backyard event again. If you have seen my other videos, my very first live was me at the us at the backyard again. Had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was so nice to see all of the Black businesses there. They were so loving, so kind. Our host, Brittany, was awesome. Um, we're doing it again. So on September 26th at 11 o'clock, we will be at the backyard event again. And this time we will have merchandise. Merchandise has come in. Yay. I'm so happy. They're so darling. I love them. We're going to have merchandise, and we're also going to have free gifts for the kids. Um, Moving on. Today's podcast is about being happy while being single. Some people are not happy being single. Some people can't stand to be by themselves. They have to be with somebody. Some people feel that their only goal in life is to be married, and once you're married, that's it. Well, I'm here to tell you, and we're here to tell you that that is not the truth. It may be your truth, but it's not the truth for everybody. So, let's talk about the person that is unhappy being single. This person grinds my gears because they talk bad about everybody's relationship. Everybody. Even if they're happy, they talk about somebody's relationship, and it's always got a negative spin. It's not going to last. Enjoy it while it lasts. Back to what we were talking about, that unhappy person. This person whom I've come in contact with, they're unhappy with themselves. Um, they've probably had bad relationships, unfortunately, and the bad relationships that they have soured them from wanting to be in a relationship. And I understand it is hard to love. It's hard to love somebody and be in a relationship with somebody and they break your heart. It happens. You won't be the first, you won't be the last, but some people who have experienced bad relationships, they just think everybody's relationship is bad. Like there's not going to be no wins, there's not going to be any positivity. They don't see themselves with nobody because they're so upset with just being themselves and who they are. Maybe, this person probably feels, unworthy, and it happens. It could have been a trigger to their self-esteem. It could have brought them down and they're just not feeling the love, pretty much. Then you have the person who feels they have to be in a relationship. This type of person, they jump in and out of relationships. Every time you see them on Facebook, they got a new boo. And there was a meme out there that said, you treat them like a king or something like that. And we're like, sis, you're on your fourth king this year. Yeah, those type of people jump in and out of relationships. Tell you why. They're not happy with their own company. How can you be unhappy with your own company and expect somebody else to be happy with you if you don't like yourself? You feel, or they feel, that they need someone to validate them, that they have to be in a relationship for it to work, for them to be better. Some of these people are controlling. And it's not just females, it's guys too. They're controlling. And once the other person feels like, oh no, this is not working for me, they are okay, on to the next one. You gonna be my boo. You gonna do this. You gonna do that. And that's not how relationships work. And then you have the person who is extremely happy with being single. These people have been through relationships, and I am the happy being single person. I really am. People think I'm not happy. I am extremely happy being single. I love my own company. Like, I enjoy spending time with myself. I learn a lot about myself. I talk to myself. I talk to God, yeah, because we're great conversationalists. Um, I enjoy just the tranquility of being by myself. Have I been in relationships? Absolutely. I have 4 kids. I've been in a relationship plenty. Um, I was going to be married at one point, and that didn't work out. It's what it is. Um, but after that, I realized that maybe I'm not fit for relationships or whatever. It happens. But for me, being happy, being single, I love it. I don't have to answer to nobody. And I'm not saying any of this to be a negative or a bad thing. Um, I pay my own bills, take care of my family. I can come and go as I please. I don't have to ask permission to do anything. It's just what it is. Um, but being happy, being single means that you are comfortable in your own space. And then some people may say that you are what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, guys. If you're up there, help me out. Uh I don't want to say complacent, but you are just like really truly comfortable being by yourself. Like, if it's to the point to where if a relationship comes by or happens by, you would be okay with it because, oh, set in your ways. I'm sorry, there it is. Set in your ways. You do become set in your ways. You do get used to doing things your way, getting up and doing things your way, cleaning your house your way, cooking your way. But even in that, you would be happy to share that with someone because you love who you are. So when you get into a relationship, you show the person, well, look, this is me. Hey, this is how I do. This is what we do. And when you bring that other person in, and I'm going a little off because I'm talking about me. Enough about me. Let's talk about y'all or other people. So we're gonna get back to the person that's happy being single. So the person that's unhappy being single. How can we help this person? Hmm. Hmm. Expose them to relationships that work. I have had the pleasure, we have had the pleasure of being exposed to people who have been married for 15 plus years, to people who have been in relationships for 15 plus years, and they get along. They get along, they have fun, they have loving marriages. Now, not every marriage is perfect, not every relationship is perfect, but I was exposed to that, and it helped me to see, is this really what you want? And I'm like, yeah, I could deal with that. No, I could deal with that. Might not be able to deal with that. Oh no, I ain't gonna deal with that. But it exposed me in my experience to both sides of, yes, I'm single, but I love the way you love your wife. I love the way you love your husband. I love the way y'all cater to each other. Y'all finish each other. This is so cute. This is so awesome. So the person that is unhappy being single, and you find that person unhappy being single, as I always say, avoid avoid that they don't bring you down with their negativity, but help them to be exposed to long-term relationships. And it's not all gravy. It's not always going to be peaches and cream. It's not always going to be the best. But if you expose them to the good and the bad, that's going to give them some semblance of, I could have that in my life. I want that in my life. and talk to them about it. Why are you unhappy? It could have been a traumatic experience in a relationship. They could have been, verbally, mentally, or physically abused. They could have been, just not feeling loved in the relationship. So, you talk to the person, again, ask questions, find out where their headspace is, and help them to be exposed to people in relationships, and not to the point to where you're trying to make them feel bad about being single or whatever, but help them to the point where you are getting them up out of that space. Because remember, everything that I say, you're coming up out of that space to help you come up out of that space. So exposing them to life relationships, people who have been married, 15, 40 plus, 50 plus years. I love seeing that. I mean, it just brightens my heart when I see that on Facebook, where people is celebrating their 45th or 46th anniversary and they just smiling. And again, it's not all gravy. However, they worked it out. They learned to be together and still can smile in a picture, because you see some people in a picture like, I don't want to be next to this person, but with the fake smile. But you have some good ones, you have some bad ones, but expose that person to life relationships and long-term relationships. Offer them some books, online things. And then again, like I always promote, counseling. Do counseling. Counseling always works. For the person that jumps in and out of relationships like they are doing double dutch, we got to help them. We really got to help them, because it is damaging. It is damaging to themselves. It is damaging to the people around them. If they have children, it's damaging to the children, because especially if you have kids, because your kids see, okay, this week homeboy was here. Okay, this week this one here. Oh, why wasn't you with somebody? Why you got all of these people in and out of your life, and not so much your life, your children's lives? When I first had my son, nobody knew I had a kid until I was ready to be serious with you. And even as I got older and I've had the other three, my kids don't date. I'm sorry. I don't know who you is, where you come from, what cloth you cut from. I'm not going to have you in and out of my home, in and out of my kids' lives, just jumping around, and you ain't here for the long haul. Oh no, sorry, boo. That's not working for me, and it never has worked for me. But the person who jumps in and out of relationships, that person is not happy with themselves. I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody says. That person is not happy with themselves, and they need somebody to validate them every time they turn around or they feeling bad about themselves. They need somebody else to come and give them accolades and give them, schmooze and stuff. Baby, look in the mirror and tell yourself those things. And that's to everybody out there who bouncing around relationships. And I'm not knocking you and I'm not judging you, but it's detrimental to you. It's detrimental to the people around you that love you and see this. But look yourself in the mirror. My last podcast, our last podcast about self-esteem, self-love, and self-care. Look in the mirror and give yourself them validations. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a great person. And then be a great person. Don't just say it and not be. Be a great person. Stop having these people jumping in and out, in and out, in and out, because however that person acts and however that person was raised or whatever, they're going to damage you. Because you're going to think, okay, well, so-and-so didn't do this, but I like the way so-and-so did this, and so-and-so did this, and I like the way... That's too much. That's too much going on up here. Ugh, sorry. I'm not knocking it, but for me, it's no go. But for the person that's bouncing in and out, if you attempt to help them and help them build their own self-esteem by giving them the tools that they need and the tools that we show, and that doesn't help, refer them to counseling, because it might be something deeper rooted in that this person feels that they have to bounce around from person to person and not try to settle down. And even if you're not trying to set it down, please just stop bouncing around. There's too much going on. You got the Cora, the COVID-19, STDs is still rampant. Uh, AIDS is still popping. I mean, come on, guys. Like, throw all of that at them to help them to stop, because it's detrimental. I don't want to see nobody do that. But yeah, try to help that person out that is bouncing from relationship to relationship. Try to help that person out that is unhappy being single. And now let's get to the people that's happy being single. I am I am content, for lack of a better description. I enjoy my life. I enjoy spending time with my kids. I enjoy spending time with my family when I do go around them, because I'm pretty much a recluse now. I just stay home. With Cora being out there, I'm like, I don't think I want to go. No, what you got over there? Who all over there? This is a real who all over there. You know, with the social distancing, it's harder to spend time with family because you really don't want to expose yourself or your kids. The best thing to do is stay in the home. So I try to figure out things to do with my kids. But I get upset if somebody interrupts me when I'm reading a book. You ever felt that way? Like, you in a good book, you in a good chapter, you like chapter 15 where the plot is about to thicken, and you hear somebody interrupt, my man, can I get some drink? It's like, what do you want? I'm at the good part. But I love it. Like, I don't mind if the kids interrupt me. I don't mind it. Would I be okay with being in a relationship? Absolutely. Absolutely, as Larry Reed would say. Um, I would absolutely be okay with being in a relationship. But right now with social distancing, dating ain't popping. And I'm happy for it. I'm okay with sharing my space. I'm okay with sharing what I have. I don't know if I'm okay with moving out my house. That's gonna be a little tough, because I'm not looking to just be dating anybody to be dating them. I'm looking to uh for the long haul, and not no long term situationship. That's not happening. So if you try to holler and you ain't about, let's get married, well, how do you feel? What are your goals in 5 years? We not building together. We can't rock. And especially with starting the business, we got to be making money. We got to be pushing. I'm pushing you with your business. You pushing me with my business. We gonna come together and make it happen. So there's another part of being single that I really didn't want to touch on it, but it's a part of it, and I'm going to say it. You fools out here, quote unquote, sowing your royal oats, popping and getting popped by every Susie Q, Tom, Dick, and Mary, Harry, whatever, whoever. Stop it. Just stop it. You're not happy. You can't tell me that you're happy with every other day there's some new boo. You can't. You can't tell me that you're happy doing that. And if you're happy doing that, then there's something wrong. I'm sorry. It's what it is. And whatever floats your boat, by all means, but it's detrimental to your person, boo. Guy, girl, everybody. It's detrimental to your person. Because you have one person in your space, and y'all may get along on some level. But then this person does something, and it's like, I don't really like how that person did me. Then you go to this other person, and the person is similar to what this last person did. Now you blaming homegirl or homeboy for what the last person did. Or you find something that you like with the last person and they done left. So you try to get the new homeboy or homegirl to do what the last person did. You confusing yourself, babe. Our advice, and I keep saying but our advice to you all who are single, whatever stance of single you're in, be happy with your own company. Be happy spending time by yourself. That means no talking on the phone, no chatting with somebody, text messaging or anything like that. That's going to be our challenge for this week. I had a different challenge that I was going to put out there, but I'm going to use this one. Just drop right there. Spend some time with yourself. Find out the things that you like. Find out the things that you love. Enjoy your own company. If you want to sing as loud as you can by yourself, laugh at yourself, spend time with take yourself. I used to do that. Before I had Wyatt, Paige, and Liam, it was just me and Shamel. And when Shamel was with his cousins or with his uncles or with one of his aunts, I took myself to the movies. I took myself out to dinner. I took myself to the mall. I took myself on ferry rides because we was in Staten Island at the time, just riding the ferry back and forth. Paying, well, at the time, I think it was $2 or $1. But riding the Staten Island ferry back and forth by myself, just enjoying my own company. I would take long walks by myself. I would sit in the park and color by myself. I would listen to music and dance by myself. But you got to enjoy your own company. If you really want to be in a relationship with somebody, enjoy your own company, enjoy who you are. And that way, when you do come together with somebody, you're coming together with somebody who truly knows how you are. Not who you are, how you are. Because once you enjoy your own company, that's going to just out there. It's going to be out there. People going to understand. Oh, she likes this or he likes that. Oh, I see what he's doing. They're going to love you for you being you. But they can't love you if you don't know who you are. So challenge. That's our challenge to you. Find time to be by yourself. Find time to enjoy your own company, doing the things that you love, doing the things that makes you happy, and not doing it because somebody else said you should do it. No, do it because you want to do it. Now, got the naysayers that may say, well, I want to do it anyway, and I'm gonna keep doing this, and then that's fine. I'm not cracking on you. That's you, whatever floats your boat. But for those of you who are looking to change, those of you who see and see what they're doing and don't like it, I implore you, we implore you, we want to see you do better. Enjoy your own company, spend time with yourself, learn who you are and how you are. It took me, what is this, 2020? Yeah, it took me about 20 years to realize that I am a sarcastic butthole. Never knew it. Took me 20 years to realize that. My mom calls it flip it. But I am sarcastic. And I will give a sarcastic, my grandma say not every question is stupid, but if you ask me a stupid question, I might give you a sarcastic answer. I am just sarcastic and I think it's hilarious. But it took me 20 years to realize that that's how I was. Yeah, spending time with myself. I didn't realize it. It happens. But you learn new things about yourself. I am sarcastic. I'm goofy. I love to laugh. I love to crack jokes. I love to spend time with my family. I love watching movies, different movies. I love musicals. Musicals, music, I put that out there all the time. But I learned who I was and how I was, and I learned how to cut my sarcasm off when it needs be. My grandmother told me, what is that? I think it was in high school. And somebody was lying. Somebody said a lie at the time. I don't remember who it is. I'm trying to remember who it is. And I was like, "Ooh, you such a liar. You lying." My grandmother said, "Nikki, you can't do that all the time." But they're lying. You don't see they lying. I had to learn that you can't jump on somebody because they're lying. And I was young. I was a teenager, and I had to learn from her that there are other ways to call out a liar. There are other ways to expose a liar. But you jumping in their face and saying, "Oh, you lying," that's not the way to go at all. But anyway, I thank you all for being here. Oh, one thing. Black business. I don't want to, I'm about to end and not feature our black business. Okay, so today's featured business is, and I got to do this two ways. So, the King of Hearts. Am I doing that right this way? Okay, that's their email, their website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. King of Hearts. They are a male apparel business. They got hoodies, t-shirts, caps. So they check them out. They were also at the backyard event that I was privy to earlier. Was it this year? Yeah, earlier this year. And they're going to be there as well on the September 26th event. So make sure y'all come out. All of their links are in the description. And I know I keep saying bio, but it's not the bio, it's the description. I'm getting used to it. Come on, guys. I just started. I'm a baby at this, but I'm going to learn how to get it. But King of Hearts, check them out. They are on Instagram. They're on Twitter. They're on Facebook, and they have their own website. So make sure that you check them out. And again, September 26th, 2020, we're doing the backyard event. Check out the flyers that I'm putting out there. And we do have inventory. I have some more inventory on the way, and I'm just waiting for that to come in. But I thank you all for joining in. I thank you all for tuning in. I mean, this positive vibe. I tell you, every day when I think about this business and our brand and what we are blessed with, it's really a movement. I have seen a lot of people pushing PVO, pushing positive vibes, you know, and that's what we want. We really want this to be a movement and a brand. And I smile every time I see people sharing the videos, and I smile every time I see people making purchases. I mean, it is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I am so elated. And I thank you all. Trust me, I do. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody that has been contributing, everybody that has been purchasing products, everybody that has been liking and sharing our podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful to all of you who help us out and push the brand. Keep pushing it. Positive vibes only, PVO. Somebody coming to you with that negativity, positive vibes only. It's a brand, it's a movement. Let's keep it pushing. Thank you so much. And remember, control the narrative. Keep it positive. Positive vibes only. Love you guys. Bye.